Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Back at it again with another art stream. So, I'm going to do something a little bit different than the last one. Once everyone joins in, I'll go ahead and explain it. But basically, I'm going to try and do an art challenge with a little bit of a twist. And that twist being a challenge that I want to try and add for myself. Because I've noticed that trying to draw for real, or trying to draw casually on stream, I recognize that that's pretty difficult because I don't really draw that well when I know that people are watching me. But I'm thinking that this will be more fun because I'm gonna try and give myself like a bit of an added challenge. That way, there's less pressure on me to actually draw well because I know that it's very absurd. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and type the rules here in the chat. And then I'll just wait a minute or two. Feel free to skip ahead for those of you who are watching this after the broadcast. Tell me what to draw. There we go. That works. Nice. Okay. So let me just check this real quick. Yep. Okay. That works. Says there's. Oh, that's probably me. Never mind. But anyway, where's my pen? Go ahead and get that on first. Okay. All right. All right, let's do this. Now, I'm actually not used to drawing in Adobe Animate that often. So that's another reason I'm doing this, just to kind of test out this program that I'm not usually familiar with. So, just like last time, for those of you watching, you might see me like struggle a bit trying to get used to this interface. I mean, it feels pretty good. The line work and everything. I do like the pressure sensitivity that it has. If I try turning that off. But even just the solid lines, feel pretty solid. It doesn't drag too much. That's good. Nice. Hello. No, I can see your messages, man. Or I can see that message that you just sent. I don't know if you were talking earlier, but I can see it. Hello, People's Pop. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll wait for a couple suggestions, then I'll put all of them into a poll, and then that'll be the one that I do first. But yeah, nice to see you guys here. Appreciate it. Ginger Brave. That is definitely a character that I have not heard before. Or I don't even know if that's a character, to be honest. Here, let me. You were talking earlier? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see any messages earlier. So sorry about that. It must be the weird like chat message glitch thing that we were talking about. Anyway, time to look up Ginger Brave. Ginger Brave. Okay. All right. I looked at it once, and that's going to be it. Now, the reason why I only looked at it once is because I'm going to try and challenge myself by only drawing these characters from memory alone. So if I don't know what the character is, I'm going to look at it once and then, like, not look at it at all and try to draw it just from memory alone. Okay. So, Yuri or Sans a skeleton? It's funny you mentioned that because I'm going to be using the Undertale soundtrack while I draw because I think you or someone else suggested I do that last time, and I was already listening to a little bit of it before I started, and yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Okay, so since crap, can't answer that. My phone is ringing. Okay. All right. Anyway. All right, so, what do you guys think? Should I do a poll or should I just go in order from the list? I think, honestly, I think going in order makes the most sense, considering that, you know, there's not too many people here, so I don't want to, like, bore you guys to death with, like, a poll. So, I think I might just go down the list. All right, so, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so the first suggestion I have was... Crap. Wait, why is my pen not working? Why is my pen not working? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, cool. Cool. There we go. That works. All right. And to make it even more difficult, I'm also gonna time myself too. There's a Windows has a clock feature, right? Shut up. Don't tell me what to do. That works. All right, so to make this more challenging, I'm gonna give myself only 10 minutes to draw each character. I think that's fair, right? Yeah, that's fair. Trying to figure out where to put this. That's not like in the way. Right here is good. Yeah, that's fair enough. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna start off with crap. What was the name? Ginger Brave. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, so I don't know what Ginger Brave is from. Maybe a video game or a cartoon. Either way, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit start. Okay, here we go. Timer is a yeah. I know. Shut up. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Crap. Oh, god darn it. Okay. Oh, what? You guys can't see. Okay, that's weird. For some reason, the timer disappeared for you guys, but I can still see it. Okay. That's weird, but it's okay. All right, so from what I saw, Ginger Brave just looks like Gingy from Shrek, but with a candy cane attack person. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so he's got like a round head that I can draw better than that. Nope. Oh god, circle is my only weakness. Okay, here we go. All right. I think... Oh, crap. Did he have feet? I don't know if he had feet or not. I'm going to draw him with feet because I think that makes sense. Actually, he probably didn't have feet. I'm just going to assume he didn't have feet. Oh, God. Why am I doing this? This is already... I can already tell this is going to be... I can already tell this is going to be great. Great. Okay. Well, that looks terrible, but I'm going to go for it. Actually, I can do better than that. There we go. That works. That works. All right, cool. Crap. Now I'm trying to remember what his face looked like. I think maybe he had like these kind of eyes. No, I'm not too sure. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and draw his candy cane. I know he was holding a candy cane, I think. Okay. Here we go. That works. Hey, what up, Bryson? Nice to see you here. Glad you could join us today. You came at a very hectic time because I'm doing a speed memory art challenge that is incredibly stressful already because I'm kind of losing my mind here. Okay. I assume he had these little frosting bits like on his like limbs. So I'm gonna do that. Did he have gumdrops? I don't know if he had gumdrops. I'm just gonna assume he had gumdrops. Okay. I'm always fascinated by how lines on a computer just auto straighten. Yeah, that's because I'm drawing with vectors. And I think with the way vectors work is that it automatically like, you know, smoothens out, which is pretty nice. Although some people prefer to draw with raster brushes. Raster brushes are just like pixelated, you know, lines, where if you zoom in really close, you can see pixels, but these are just lines. So that's the difference between raster and vector. Vectors are smoother, but they're not quite as easy to control. Anyway, I'm moving on. I don't remember what his face looked like. Maybe he had hair. Did he have hair? For some reason, I think he had hair. He probably didn't, but I'm just gonna assume he had hair. And I'll give him like an angry face as well. In fact, Since I have no idea what his face looks like, I'm just gonna go out of the ordinary and just kind of give it my own little spin. There we go. Yeah, nice. Perfect. And he can have a little nose as well. How good is your memory? My memory is not good at all, clearly, from what you can see. Well, to be fair, I only looked at it once. I'm sure if you suggest a character that, like, when I get to characters that I actually know of, then maybe I'll be able to memorize it better. But for these characters here, probably not. Okay. Crap. Okay. I think that's good. Crap, how much time do I have? The timer did go away for me too, by the way. Okay, I have 5 minutes left. All right, we're good. So 5 minutes left. I can add coloring now. Okay. So I think he was brown. I assume he was brown. Makes sense if he was brown. I think. Maybe he was like orange. I think he was lightish brown. Maybe. No, that's too dark. I think he was that color, maybe. I don't know. And then, oh yeah, this looks wonderful. This looks absolutely terrible. That's for sure. For some reason, my memory is telling me that he had like a pinkish hair, so I'm gonna go with that. And eyes. There we go. All right. Boom. A true masterpiece right there. That is a true masterpiece. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and call that one done. I know I still have 4 minutes left, but frankly, I really don't know what else I could add to that one because I don't remember at all what that is. Looks like if Bowser Jr. merged with the gingerbread cookie. Honestly, yeah, I kind of see it. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and let me pull up what he actually looks like. I'm sure that'll be funny to see an actual comparison. Gingerbread. Let's see. Hey, that's not too bad. Oh, he didn't have gumdrops. He had skulls on him. Oh, okay, I see it now. Okay. And I was right about him having hair, but it's not pink, it's just white. And he had, like, blue eyes. I gotta say, though, for first drawing, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, guys, next. Let's go. I want to go through these in a kind of a rapid fashion. So, all right, who am I drawing next? What's next? I think that looks like Gingerbread if he had a better alpha stage. Okay, nice. Okay, what was the other character? I'm trying to scroll up here. I know. Is it fitting? I think it's probably fitting to wow, I really like this song that's playing right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the suggestions you put in earlier. If I can find them. Yuri DDLC. Okay. I definitely need to look at that once just to see. Just to see what they look like. Okay. Oh, that character. Okay, yeah, I've seen that character before. I might need a little more than 10 minutes for this one. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe if I just draw the head, I could probably finish. I could probably do it in 10 minutes. Alright. Totally. I got you. I'll draw Yuri for sure. But it won't be the way you expect. Because drawing a character of that kind of art style, while I could do, it's definitely not something I could do in a time challenge. So I'm going to do a simplistic version and see if it works out. Alright, you guys ready? Let's do this. If only I could find a way to not have it, like, go away. Oh well. Alright, start. Timer, can you please start? Why are you not starting? Urgh. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, let's do this. Alright. So, Crap, I already forgot. I already forgot. I already forgot what she looks like. Crap. I know she had like... Okay, I'll start with it. Whoop. God, my memory is so awful. It really is. Okay. Okay, so I'll start with a circle, I think. If I can draw a circle, that would be nice. Good enough. That works. Okay. So, I think... I wonder how good I am at drawing, like, an actual head shape. If I do like this... that's too wide. There we go. So far, all these characters have been, like, my first time drawing them, like, completely. I have not seen any of these characters before. Well, I've seen this character before, but I don't know much about them. I've only ever seen them in, like, just a few mild exceptions. Also, let me turn on the pressure sensitivity. And then bump the size a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. So now I can draw with that on. Okay, that's kind of a head shape-ish. That looks like trash, but we're gonna go with it. Once again, you can't expect me to do this well. Okay, 8 minutes. All right, I got this. I really wish Windows could let you leave this timer on screen while also clicking off of it, but unfortunately you can't do that. Okay. Okay. So what in the blue balls did her hair look like? I don't remember what her hair looked like. Urgh. Okay. From what I remember, it kind of looked like Hatsune Miku hair, to be honest with you. Forgive me if I'm incorrect on that, but that's what my memory is telling me. Okay. So I'm going to try and do that. Oh, crap. But I don't even know it. Honestly, I don't even really know what Hatsune Miku's hair looks like. Crap. Okay. Come on. Think, Charlie. Think. I think it was like... Okay, there was like these things, right? And then like that. She had these like really big pigtails. Kind of. I can kind of... What I think I can do is... Did she have like bangs like this? I think she kind of did. I don't know. Oh, the goddess is awful. Okay. And there we go. Whoops. Yeah, that's totally accurate. Basically your average anime hair. I think that's the point of... Oh my goodness. Okay, we have 6 minutes. Guys, don't let the quality fool you here. This is... Just trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust me. Trust me. Okay, at this point, I'm just kind of improvising because I have no idea what it looks like. Even if the hair did look like this, I noticed right now that it's like the scaling doesn't even make sense because the head is this big and the hair should be like, you know, way longer. But it's still like to change it, so I'm just gonna go ahead with it. Okay. Also, the cheekbone is way too high too. Actually, what am I saying? All of this is like problematic here. I should really not get hung up on the small details. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't really know what I was expecting. I knew that when I started this, I was gonna do a character. I knew when I started this that I was gonna be embarrassing myself trying to draw stuff that I know I can't draw. Okay. So I'm not even gonna try and draw anime eyes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give her these eyes. There we go. But I'll give her eyelashes, just cause you know, femininity. And then brilliant. And then she has a button nose. There you go. Perfect. And how much time we have? Wow, we actually have a good amount of time. Okay. I'll put... Okay, let's do that, just because that feels kind of empty. Dang, I love that song. That song was really good. This is also my first time... I think I said this already, but this is my first time hearing the Undertale soundtrack. And it's pretty good, I like it. All right, then. Just kind of outlining it. All right. Wonderful. At this point, I'm just outlining it to kind of give it a solid look to it, and also just to solidify the edges a little bit. That way I can try to maybe color this. Okay, that works. All right. So let me just... okay, that looks good. No, it doesn't, but I'm going to pretend it looks good. And there we go. Nice. The irony of your top fan being Hatsune Miku. That was my second account. Yeah, that's right. That's your other account. So do none of your other accounts like work with stream still? Is it really just this one? That's really strange. I don't know why that happens. Anyway, now for color. I remember her hair was purple. I know that for sure. So we're just gonna do purple hair. I'm used to drawing purple haired OCs, considering that one of mine is purple haired. But unfortunately, the lines are not even filled up. Okay. That works. And nice. Okay. Perfection. And now to find a color that matches her skin tone, kind of. Little pale, but that works. And there you go. Boom. True masterpiece right there. And with 2 minutes to spare. See, that's how good I am, guys. Oh my god, what am I doing? Honestly, what am I doing in my life? I've been asking that question for a while now. Okay, let's pull up not edge. I don't know why I pulled up edge. Well, screw it, I'll use edge. Since I'm already using Chrome for my streaming, might as well use a different browser. Don't forget the knife. What, does she hold a knife normally? My fault. Not that I could really fit any other object, since, you know, I just did the head. Alright, so let's pull up an actual picture and then see the compare. Oh god, that's awful. A lot of this is fan art, to be honest. Oh, her hair does not look like Hatsune Miku at all. What am I saying? I don't know why I thought that. I guess the picture I looked at might have been fan art, because none of the pictures even look like the one that I saw. I guess that's what I get when I don't check hard enough. Okay, but here's... Can I pull this up? Okay, so here's the... Whoops, wrong one. Okay, here's the actual character. You can see the... Can you even spot any differences? I mean, I can't. That's how good it is, honestly. I think I knocked that one out of the park. I can just go ahead and give me a round of applause in the chat. I think I did splendid on that one. Anyway, I apologize. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Okay, what's the next suggestion, folks? Next suggestion. Hold on. Oh, crap. I need to just leave my fan on every time I stream. Every time I stream, I start off my fan off, and then it gets so hot I have to turn my fan on. Anyway, next character. Go ahead and leave your suggestions. Oh wait, I know there was one more. I think you said Sans, right? Sans the skeleton. Sounds very fitting for the soundtrack that we're listening to. So let's do it after I get a drink of aqua. Oh god, that's too cool. All right, let's do this. Okay, let's go ahead and get the timer started. All right. So, you know what? What am I doing? I think it's only fair. Since I looked at all the other characters, I'm going to also look at a picture of Sans too. Just to kind of get the most out of it. So let's do it. Okay. Sans. Okay. This one. Okay. So he seems pretty simple. I just gotta remember his outfit really more than anything else. Okay, so he has like a 8-shaped head. Black, and then slippers. Okay, got it. Got it. Alright. You guys ready? Let's do this. Alright. Okay. I'm waiting for Here we go. There we go. Alright. I was waiting for the music to start up. Alright, let's do this. Not the right color. That's for sure. Okay. Alright, so... Gosh darn it. Man, I never realized how... What the hell is going on? I never realized how difficult it is to remember things when you're not actually looking at it while you draw it. That's terrible. Okay, so he starts off... I'm just gonna draw... I think I might just draw a circle for his head. Call me basic, but... Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I should actually kind of try on this one, considering this is the only character that is actually in my realms of drawing capabilities. So let's try and do it correctly. I'm trying to capture his head shape a little bit. That looks decent. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. So like he had kind of like a skeleton-y head shape, so we're just gonna follow that as close as I can. There we go. Actually, wait, hold on. Hold the phone. It's only fitting if I listen to Megalovania while I do this one. Sorry. How could I forget? Alright. Alright. What did his eyes look like? I think... Wait, doesn't Sans have only one pupil? The blue one? I could have sworn he had 2 eyes. Maybe in that image he had 2 eyes, but I'm gonna draw him with the blue eye that he has because that's iconic. Okay, just gonna color those in. I gotta make sure to do it. I gotta make sure it's recognizable as Sans though, and not just a skeleton. So I'm gonna give him his cheesy smile. There we go. I'm just gonna draw him like this. Because frankly, I don't remember what his smile kind of looked like, so I'm just gonna improvise. Okay. That looks good. Wait, did he have a nose? Crap. I'm gonna assume he had a nose. Skeletons have noses, right? Yeah. Can do a little better than that. There we go. Does Sans have eyebrows? Probably not. Ew. Should I add eyebrows? No, I'm not gonna. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe later. Okay, now for his body. Okay, so he had like a hoodie, I think. Like a, kind of like a mane-ish hoodie, I think. And then it went down here. Yeah, don't worry. I'll add the blue eye when I get to the color. But for now, I'm just trying to draw the body. I know his hands were in his pockets. Right? That works. That kind of works out a little bit. Okay. Zoom out. Hey, it's actually not bad. For speed drawing, that's not too bad so far. How much time do I got? 6 minutes. 6 minutes remaining. I got this. Okay. Now I I think. Wait, did he have pants? Crap. I think he had. No, I think he had shorts on, right? That makes sense. Uh, that. Hmm. I think his whole outfit was black, but I'm just gonna color in his shorts for now. Whoops. Actually, what am I doing? It's a speed challenge. Okay, and then let's move him up a little bit. Okay. I know he was wearing like slippers. I'm pretty sure he's wearing slippers. I remember that. So let's draw that. What do his legs look like though? That's the thing. I'm just gonna assume it's like that. Like that. And then I can draw like, you know, the skeleton part of his leg. There we go. That works. Kind of. A little bit. And then call me lazy, but I'm just gonna copy and paste that and then flip it. Look, in the art industry, we sometimes do shortcuts, okay? Do not judge. All right. There we go. That works. All right. He looks like he twisted his ankles. No, actually, kind of, yeah, a little bit. Look, I don't know what a skeleton foot looks like, okay? Even though I probably should know that, considering that I studied a little bit of skeleton anatomy. Anyway, let's connect this part. I don't really know what this is. Oh, wait, this is his shirt, isn't it? Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, I'm just going to close this off, right? And then maybe he had, like, some sort of pattern in his shirt. There we go. That works. Okay. Okay, I like it. All right, color time. That actually looks somewhat decent. Okay, how much time do I got? I have 3 minutes. Okay, I have 3 minutes to do the coloring. Oh, God. Okay, let's do a very dark. Since I already colored his shorts, yeah, since I already colored his shorts black, I'm just going to do a very, very dark gray for the rest of his outfit. Oh, can you... There we go, that's valid. And then we'll... Oh god, is that too dark? Yeah, that's too dark. We're just gonna... There we go, that works. But the question is, wait, was this part white? I think that part was white, if I'm not mistaken. So let me cover that up. And then let's do a whitish. There we go. And then I'll leave this part white as well. There we go. That works. Sort of. I don't know what color his... I'm just going to assume his slippers are gray as well. Alright. Now, time. 2 minutes. Okay. Now I got to do his eye. The most important part. Crap, I don't know what it looks like, though. And it had like a little tail, right? Right? Is that what it looked like? There we go. I think that's how his eye looked. No? Let me see. Well, I can't see, but I'm just gonna see which looks better. A bigger pupil or small? That looks decent. What if I give him like a white pupil? I'm gonna see how that looks. Nah. The black looks better. Alright. Alright, folks. I think that's it. That should be... Yep. Finished with a minute to spare. That one took me a surprising while, but probably because, you know, it was actually in my capabilities. Wait, this isn't the Undertale OST. This is Deltarune. Is it? Oh yeah, I guess it is. I don't know. I just looked up Undertale OST and picked the playlist with the most views. My fault. I mean, you guys cool hearing the Deltarune OST? I guess let me finish the Undertale one first, then we'll move on. Anyway, all right. How would you guys rate this one? This one I think is decent for a speed challenge. Definitely a somewhat good one, I would say. Cracking knuckles. What is this music? Oh, this is a weird one. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, that one's good. Okay. 8.9 out of 10. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's fair. Valid. It reminds me of an AU version of Sans. Really. I'll take that as well. Nice. Ooh, a 9 out of 10. Okay, I'll take it. Actually, I think 9 out of 10 is a little bit generous. A little bit too generous. I would rate it myself like a 7 at best. It's not super great, but it's alright. Alright, well, say goodbye to Sans. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new one now. Alright. Alright, more suggestions, folks. Were there any other suggestions? I don't think so. I think it was just those 3 so far. So, anyone can jump in. Even if you already said a suggestion, just tell me any character. Preferably a simplistic character. Bryson requested someone named Guild the Guy. I did not. Let me look at that. Oh yeah, Guild the Guy. Let's see what that is, I guess. It's spelled guild. It's spelled guild. Guy like that. Very interesting. I like the design. Okay. Alright then. Looks like he just has a bunch of armor and a sword and like a cyborg-ish face to him. Alright. Sounds good. I'll do that one, and then I'll do the next one that you just said. Okay. But this is a good reference to look at. I'm not gonna look at it while I draw, of course, but I'm just gonna study this for a second. Okay. Alright, I got this. Let's do it. Remember, the rules are I can't look. Where did my clock go? Oh, did I? Whoops. My fault. Alright. Alright, guys. Ready? Let's do this. Alright. Okay. So, let's see if I can remember what he looked like. So, I know he had a circle head. That's for sure. Okay. Then he had maybe like this. I think his eyes looked like that, maybe. Let's give him angry eyes. Why not? There we go. I don't really remember too much what his body looked like, but I have an idea. It just seemed like a very boxy, armorish design, so I'm gonna go with that. Remember me? Did he have shoulder plates like that? I don't think so. I think simplifying it down to like just basic shapes first would probably be the better move. Like that, I think. There we go. And then I can change that up a little bit. All right. Nice. Not bad. Not bad. And then I can draw the details on top of it. Nice. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Okay. Cool, cool. Not bad. And now I'll give him the sword, which I completely forgot how it looked. So I'm just going to draw it like this. Nice. And then I think he had a cape. No capes. But I'm going to draw the cape. Okay. Not bad, not bad. And I oh wait, did my timer stop? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that my timer stopped. Okay, let's let me just give myself 3 minutes to do the coloring. That's valid. Alright. Whoops, wrong button. Alright. Now do the color. Color. I know he was orange, so let's do that. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, not bad. Oh, this is your favorite song from the OST? What's it called? Hopes and Dreams. Nice. Well, I mean, it's pretty fire. I'll give you that. Whoops. There we go. Okay, how much time do I got? I have 2 minutes left. Less than 2 minutes, so I gotta finish the face. Okay, so I know his eyes were red, I think. Red eyes, okay. He had maybe like a... Oop, crap. Okay. He had maybe like a... I'm not sure. What color was his cape? I think his cape was like also red, but maybe like maybe a darker red. There we go. And then his sword too was also dark red. Alright, there we go. Done. Done. Nice. With 1 minute and 25 to spare. Probably more than that, but I just gave myself 3 minutes at the end. Because my timer didn't start for some reason. Alright. So that was the character whose name I already forgot. What was his name? Gilda guy. Yeah. Now let's see what is... I don't know why I keep closing the browser entirely. Let's see what he actually looked like. Oh, his eyes weren't red? That's weird. Oh, his eyes were green. Oh, interesting. I could have sworn his eyes were red. But I guess I was wrong. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Here we go. Nice. Oh, Bryson, you're still here. Nice. I thought you left. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I gotta say though, I was expecting, well, one, I was expecting his eyes to be red, and two, I was expecting him to be much darker than that. Nice. Oh well. Oh, I should have do his feet too. Oh, that was lazy of me. I didn't draw his feet. Yeah. You know, I honestly should try and add more details to these characters because I'm giving myself a lot more time than I think. So, or maybe I should be giving myself less time. Yeah, I think 10 minutes is honestly too easy. I'm gonna do 5 minutes for each character because, like, I've been finishing like way quicker than I've been finishing way quicker than 10 minutes though. So I need to kind of add more of a challenge. Anyway, the next one on the list was Uzi Dorman. I need to look up who that is because Oh wait, is that? Oh, that's from Murder Drones. I knew that. Of course I knew that. Which, by the way, I will watch the rest of Murder Drones. Don't worry. Not this stream, but in a future stream. Maybe sometime within the next few weeks. I will do a stream where I watch the rest of murder drones. Okay, but let's find a good image to study, to really take in the details. If I could find one that's less chaotic. This one's perfect, I guess. All right. Oh, that's a lot of details. Okay. All right, so this definitely calls for simplification. I might have to simplify. I definitely will simplify the clothes. So it's just the hair, the beanie, eyes, and then the robot's limbs. Yeah, I can do that. All right. Here we go. All right. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's do this. Crap. All right. Okay. Oh, gosh darn it. I already forgot everything. Okay. Let's screw it. Gosh darn it. I always forget to change the color back to black. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a circle as usual. I think there was like a beanie. I'm just going to do black for the beanie. That makes the most... Actually, no, I can't do black. Crap. Because the hair is black. Ugh. Problematic already. Running into problems. Okay. So I'm going to do... I can't have the beanie take up... The beanie can't cover up too much of the head because then I won't have enough space to do the eyes because the eyes are pretty big. So I'm going to try and... there we go. I'm going to try and like have it like go above a little bit. Nah, that just kind of looks like a... I'm trying to make it look like the beanie's like far behind the head, but that kind of just makes it look like a tiny little flat cap. Screw it. Time is not on our side right now. Wow. I'm seeing a lot of suggestions coming in the chat, and I appreciate the suggestions, but it's going to take me a minute to get to all of them because I am going in order here, so just bear with me. Shouldn't take too long, though, because, like I said, I am timing myself on these. I still have a good amount of time. Why is the time keep stopping? I don't understand that. I don't get that. The timer should not be stopping, even though I click away from it, because it wasn't before. Anyway, how did the hair look? I think it was like wavy, right? Right? I think it was like that, maybe. I don't know. It might be too wavy. I don't know. I'm remembering the hair kind of looked like... Kind of looking like that, almost. Or is that too wavy? I really don't remember, because I only saw it once. I can't even check, can I? No, I can't. Okay. It's fine. Wow, what did her eyes look like? It was like this, right? I don't know. What happened to my music? Music, don't go out on me. I need you right now. Okay. I think her eyes look like that, maybe. There we go. All right, we'll give her eyelashes too. There we go. Okay. How much time do I got? 3 minutes. I got this. I got this. Okay, so we're gonna have to simplify this a lot. So it's gonna be like this. I'm just gonna give her a small body, and then the rubber hose limbs. That works. This looks terrible. Okay. I know she had boots on, so I'm gonna give her the boots. There we go. That works. Okay, then just color it in. I don't know why I'm coloring it in manually when I can just use the bucket. Okay, alright. And let's do that too. Did she have gloves on? I think she might have had gloves on, so I'm just gonna give her a fist, a ball for her hand. There we go. And then lines like that. How much time do I got? I have 2.5 minutes. That is not a lot of time. Man. So I'm just gonna have to sketch in the jacket like this, because I know she had a jacket on. That works. Animal Crossing type hands. Yeah, kind of, a little bit. I wasn't thinking of Animal Crossing, but I can see it now that you said that. Okay. I did enough of that. Now let's try and do the color. I have less than 2 minutes to do the color. Okay, come on. Okay, dark. I can't do that. Crap. Dark gray for the eyes. Okay. And then like a lightish gray. Nope, not black. A light gray. There we go. And then light gray for the... Why are you doing that to me? Are you kidding me? Is that not... That's so annoying. Okay, make sure everything is connected, and then... Here we go, okay. Nope. There we go. I don't know what color her gloves were, or if she even had gloves. There we go, that works. Sort of. Okay. I think that's just about everything. Pretty much. Were her pupils white? I think. I don't know. And then there's the gray beanie as well. Is it? Whew, just barely. Just barely made it with time to spare. Perfect. Alright. Oops. Reset it. Alright, cool. Alright, so there it is. That's Uzi Dorman. Now the moment of truth, which is seeing what she actually looks like. So let's do it. Ah, her eyes are purple. Wow. I should have known that. That's a pretty easy thing to remember. Okay, well... I gotta say, though, I got a surprisingly large amount of details correct, except for the hair. I think the hair is the worst part, by far. I should have... First, I don't know why I thought it... I guess it does curl up here in the sides, but I thought it curled up way more, so that's why I drew it like that. Oh, well. Either way. Not the... Her hair is also purple. Is it really? Oh, I guess it is. In that shot, it kind of looked black. That's why I thought. Oh, yeah. I guess it is like a slight purple. Yeah, that's true. Oh, well. Either way, I think that was a decent one. I'd put that right beneath the Sans one that I did in terms of accuracy. Either way. All right, next. Let's move through these pretty fast. Queer. All right, what was the next one? After Uzi, all right, so Ethan Alves suggested that I draw Sonic and Shadow fighting. I'm not going to do them both, but I will pick just one. And I imagine... I'm pretty sure Shadow is the more popular Sonic character. I don't know. I'm not a huge Sonic guy, but I'm pretty sure Shadow is the most popular, so I'm going to draw Shadow. Let's see what he looks like. I think I remember him. Yeah. Okay. Perfection. All right, let's see here. Okay. So he's got... I want to get his face right more than anything else. So he has the nose. He has the same weird connecting eyeball that Sonic has for some reason. And ears. Okay. I think I might be able to do this. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know if it might not be good, but I think I can get all the details down because it's not too hard to remember. And I have seen him before, so I think I got this. But I'm still going to have only 5 minutes like usual. All right, let's do it. Wait. Hold on a sec. I want to test out the timer thing to see, make sure it's still Okay, it is. All right, we're good. Wait, hold on. Testing out. I'm wasting time here just to test out the timer, but okay, yeah, it's working. Hi, Sans Music. Well, you're back again. I don't know why. Oh wait, it's because I restarted, huh? I forgot I restarted the playlist, so we're listening to the Megalovania again. Okay. Crap. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with Shadow's nose. I know he has like kind of like a Mickey Mouse kind of nose. Sort of. Kind of like that, right? Okay. And then, hold on a sec. I think, no, that's kind of like, I forgot if his hair like popped up like this, or if it was, or if that's just Sonic whose hair pops up like that. Either way, that looks okay to me, so I'm gonna keep it that way. And I guess we're going for a side profile. I didn't really intend on that, but oh well. I'm gonna give him the same connecting eye that he has. Okay. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Whoops. Okay. Okay, first of all, before I even continue, whoops, wrong button. Before I even continue, I need to make sure that his hair is closed off so that when I try and color this, it doesn't mess up. All right. Okay, I just smooth it out a little bit. Sorry, I can't help it. The music is really good. I've always loved this song, even though I've never played Undertale. Okay. All right, there's that. How much time do I have? How much time did I waste? I wasted way too much time on just the head alone. I gotta speed this up a little bit. All right. So let's shrink that. Okay. Okay, he has this kind of body. I'm just gonna move that a little bit quickly. I'm gonna do the same like ball hands from Animal Crossing, I guess. And we're just gonna give him the speedy legs. I don't know if Shadow can run fast like Sonic can. Can he? I don't know. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. For this drawing, I'm gonna assume that he can, just so I don't have to draw his legs. Alright. And there you go, he's speeding. Nice. And then I know he had like a bit of white stuff on his chest. And there we go, that should be it. Now, color. Okay. I know he had like a sort of peachish color for his nose, I think. Okay. Let's see. There we go. That's good. Nice. Oh wait. Forgot to color that part. Please color. Gosh darn it. How much time do I got? Oh, I have 20 seconds left. No! I'm just gonna assume that I'm just gonna call that one done. I'm just gonna color it in like that. Alright. Alright, we're gonna call that done. Cause I ran out of time. Okay. Yeah, not the best. Crap. I know he had some like Ah, crap. Is OBS disconnecting on me? Please don't do that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright. You guys can still hear me, right? Crap. I hope so. If there's any, like, stream issues, then just let me know in the chat. That would be great. Anyway. Alright, cool. Just making sure. Alright. Because old OBS was giving me weird, I only asked because OBS was, like, giving me weird notifications. Saying, like, oh, stream is malfunctioning. Alright, anyway. Okay. That one was fun. Alright, what's next? Up next on the list is... Tongue, sire. I don't know. I have no clue what that is. I can only assume that that is from something that I have not seen before. Oh, you? I've seen this before. I'm not drawing that. Absolutely not. Sorry to crush your dreams, whoever suggested that, but I'm not drawing that. Okay. What's next? Snatcher from A Hat in Time. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Snatcher. Oops. Ooh, this one's interesting. Okay, I like it. I like the design. I feel like it'd be easy to do, just based on its simplicity. All right, I'm gonna memorize this reference right here. Okay. So, where's my pen? Here it is. Okay. So he has kind of like he kind of just looks like a ghost with a ghost body, but another ghost body like inside it, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just gonna remember it that way. And it looks like he's purple with yellow face. Pretty easy. All right, I got it. I got this. As usual, I got 5 minutes on the clock. If it'll work. Test it out. Make sure it's still playing. Yep, okay, here we go. All right. So, let's make sure I'm using black. All right, let's draw. I think he had his head looking like this. Right? There we go. That works. Gosh darn it. I keep hitting the Windows key by accident. Because I can't exactly see my keyboard behind my microphone. But I'm nailing it most of the time. Okay. No, I'm not drawing tongue. Please, leave me alone. Especially not some AI art. Screw that. That is garbage. Okay. Hello, Peepus welcome back. I'm drawing a character whose name I already forgot, but it's a cool looking character. Alright, time check. 3 minutes. Okay, so I know he had a body like this, I think. And he had like these kind of arms, I think. I'm gonna just I'm gonna make him really wavy just for dramatic effect. Nice. Snatcher, that's his name. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, Snatcher. Oh crap, I already forgot what his eyes looked like. Time check. 3 minutes. Okay, I got this. So I think his eyes maybe looked like this, maybe. I think he had like Spider-Man eyes almost, and then just some and then like a kind of like a pumpkin mouth almost. Now let's sharpen this a bit. Okay. Not bad. That's pretty good. All right, let's try and color him now. We have just enough time for coloring. All right. So he was a very, very dark purple. That might be too dark. It's fine. I think that works. And then he was yellow. Nice. Okay. I still have some time left, so you know what? I'm gonna try and add some more details here. What else we got? Let's add some highlights. Nice. Cause I think he looked kind of shiny in the pictures that I saw, so I kind of want to add some three-dimensionality almost. Nice. Okay. I think that's it. That's Snatcher, everyone. That one was... Let's see how he looks in comparison. There we go, not bad. His color is a little bit more bluish than purple, now that I notice it. But not bad. That one was a decent attempt. His mouth, though, is... Yeah, his mouth was way, way bigger. I definitely like the mouth that he has there much more than the one I went with. But, again, not too bad, just from memory alone. Alright, let's keep going here. Okay, next. What's the next one? Snatcher. I could have sworn there was another suggestion. No? Unless someone deleted it. Maybe not. Okay. Well, then the next one would be... Can you draw Thomas Jefferson from Hamilton? No, I will not do that. Thank you. I love the suggestion, but that does not seem plausible in my skill set. Can you draw Miku or SpongeBob? I can draw SpongeBob, probably. Yeah, I can do that. But I think for drawing a character like that, since I already have experience drawing him, I'm not going to look at a reference. I'm just going to have it. I'll look it up afterwards. So, and I'm also going to give myself less time to make it fair. I think 3 minutes for SpongeBob is pretty valid. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, let's do this. It'd be whoops. It'd be way easier if I was drawing Doodlebob. Doodlebob would be much easier. But unfortunately, I'm drawing Spinge Binge here. Okay. Normally this is easier if you actually draw the box first, I've noticed, and then draw the squiggly lines on top, but I'm not doing it the easy way, that's for sure. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yep, 7. That works. We'll do the last one down here. Okay. I know he has this part. And he has the tie. SpongeBob is honestly pretty easy. I don't think this one's going to cause me too much trouble. Although, I might run out of time just from details alone. Yeah, I'm already running out of time here, so I should probably speed this up a little bit. I know he has these shoes. That's too big. Oh, crap. Alright, I'm going to try and draw his eyes now. He has these. There we go. That works. Nice. Boom. One more. And then his chin. Nice. Finished it with 30 seconds to spare. Not bad. It's a good record, though. Oh, I didn't color him. That's too bad. Eh. Could I color him in 30 seconds? Let's see. If it'll press play, that'd be nice. Why can't I play you? There we go. Okay. Bucket. Yellow. Not blue. Yellow. There we go. That works. I can't put that down for some reason. Man. I really can't color half of this because the box isn't even filled up all the way. Oh well. We'll call that we'll call that colored. That's good enough. Alright. Pretty decent representation. So just for tradition, we'll look up an actual image of Spinbinge. Yeah, clearly you know, it's the weird thing about this one is that like it's so bad, but when you look at it side by side, it's kind of not bad at the same time. I don't know. Okay. I'll give it to me. Honestly, this is the kind of art that I feel like I would draw when I was like 6. I had a ton of SpongeBob art when I was little. Anyway, let's get this one out of my sight before I have a heart attack. Okay. Magalore from Kirby. That's a good suggestion. Thank you, Bryson. I'll definitely do that one. Magalore. I actually love Magalore. Magalore. Here we go. Okay. Hello, Violet. Nice to see you here. Okay, Magalore. All right. This is the image I'm going to study. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. Okay, so he has kind of a lot of details. Okay, so he's an egg shape, 2 ears, eyes, and then a weird belt around his mouth for some reason. All right, I can do it. Although for this one, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes because 3 minutes is just not enough time. 5 minutes is fair, right? Yeah, that works. Okay. 5 minutes. I'll look at him one last time before I... Okay. I just got to remember this detail mostly, and then this part. I feel like I can do that, though. All right. Timer starts now. Okay. Crap. Okay. All right. Here we go. I always start off without having the colors ready when I really should. Okay. So he has this part. Crap. He has an egg shape. Actually, turn off the stupid sensitivity. I don't know why I have that on. I do not need the pressure sensitivity on right now. Okay, so he's the egg shape. No, get out of here. Egg shape. And then he has the belt. Okay. And then there's you know what? I'm sorry, sensitivity, come back. I need you. I think there we go. Like that. I think for some reason I remember him having like a cape-ish. You know, a cape thing. So I'm gonna do that. And then the belt buckle. That's not how you draw a belt buckle. It's fine. Magalore looks adorable. Yeah, he does. I agree. I know he had like a weird like zigzag pattern on his face, and then he had the 2 ears. Okay, that's good. I don't remember what design he had on his ears, so I'm just gonna make it up. Okay, then he had his eyes like that. Okay. What else? And then his hands, right? Let me just fill this in, make sure it's connected, all of it. All right, that's good. Sort of like that. Okay, time check. I have 2 minutes left. Okay, that's enough time to draw the hands. And then the... So he has like, he kind of had just like mitten hands, I think. I can do better than that. There we go. Mitten hands. All right. Nice. All right, then let's do it again on this side. Just trying to draw it from a different perspective a little bit. There we go. Oh, okay. And I don't know if he had gloved hands. Did he have gloved hands? I think he did. So I'm just gonna put the glove thing on his hands. Okay. All right. I don't remember what his underside looked like. I'm just gonna do that. Okay. All right. Time check. I have a minute left. Over a minute left to do the coloring. Okay. So I'm gonna draw black right there. I don't think that was black, but I'm just gonna assume it was black. Okay. Crap, I'm running out of time. Okay, I know his gloves were like very bright yellow. Whoops. Crap. Very bright yellow. Okay. Let's do that. Nope, not like that. And then I think these were yellow too. Maybe this part as well. Okay. And then blue. He was light blue. For the most part. Maybe this part of him was also yellow. I don't know. I'm kind of just guessing here because I don't remember. Time check. I have a minute left. Okay. Oh god, stressfulness. Okay. Put that in. And then were his eyes white? I'm just gonna wait. No, were his eyes yellow or white? I think his eyes were yellow, like bright yellow. Nope. There we go. That makes sense, right? Right? I think so. Okay. 30 seconds. Anything else I can do? Nope. Nope. I think that is it. That's everything. Okay. All right. Whew. I did it. With 20 seconds to spare. Not bad. Not bad. All right. So let's see what he actually looks like. This is the moment of truth. You guys ready? Let's see. Hey, that's not bad. Not bad. I actually got most of it right, except for the bottom part. That's the only part I did not remember at all. Oh, and his cloak was white, not blue. Well, a little bit blue, but mostly white. Okay. And this part was brown. But other than that, not too bad. I think that's pretty decent. The most accurate so far. Yeah, I'll give that one. I think this. I'll put this one at number 2, beneath Sans. I still think the Sans one I did was the best. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on with the next suggestion. I think I saw it. Let's see. Violet suggested Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. That one sounds like it's gonna be very hard, but let's try it anyway. I think I deserve I'll do 5 minutes. 5 minutes is fair. Let's just get a reference image. Okay. All right, what do you look like? I know he's the red bandana one. For the record, ew, why is it showing the ones from the... Ugh. Can you please give me a cartoon version? Come on, there we go, much better. Okay. Oh, this looks hard. Okay. That's not Raphael. That's... I like this reference image. Okay. Okay, so it looks like His face is kind of similar to like typical toads in a lot of like frog storybooks. So I can see that. And then there's his turtle shell. I feel like with this one, I'm going to be doing a lot of improvisation. Just because there's a lot of like details that I don't know about specifically, but I can still kind of draw them just from what I know about how a turtle looks like. Or a tortoise, excuse me. Alright, let's do this. I got this. Wait, no I don't. Hold on. Let me look at him just a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm going to mostly focus on just his head. Alright. And as far as details go, he has like red straps on his knees and elbows. Okay, I got it. Alright, let's do it. Wow. Wait. I'm just listening to the music right now. I had no idea the Mr. Beast meme was from this. Oh my goodness. I had no idea that's where that song came from originally. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. That was completely irrelevant. I just want to comment on that. Okay, so I got this. I'm ready to draw them. Okay. Okay, 5 minutes on the clock. Now. Alright. Okay. Like once again, I'm underprepared. Okay, let's do this. So he had kind of like a pear-shaped face, I think. Like that, almost. And then I believe his whole top, in the reference, the whole top of his face was covered by the bandana. So I'm just gonna draw like that. Wait, did it have like a double? No, I think it was like, maybe not. I think. There we go. That's better. Okay. I think. Okay, he had like his bandana kind of looked like that, I think. Right? Okay. Then he had a mouth like that. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not too bad, if I don't say so myself. And then I gotta make sure to connect this so that I can color it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Not bad. Okay, now I gotta do the turtle shell, which I might struggle on horrifically. Let's see. I have 3 minutes left. Okay, I got this. So, he has a very round-shaped body. And then there's like a shell behind him. I'm gonna do the shell part last. So let's start with the body. No, body like this, right? And then I'm gonna give him kind of rubber hose limbs, just for simplicity. Okay. And then, crap, I don't know what his... Did he have feet? I think he had feet, right? I mean, he's a turtle, so he shouldn't have feet, but I'm gonna give him feet-ish anyway. Well, yeah, I know turtles have feet, but they're like more like stubs than feet. So, excuse me. Okay, let's fix this part. All right. Okay. Then I'm gonna do these designs on his shell, and then now for the back part of his shell. There we go. Not bad. And then he has this part on him. These parts. And then I know he had... What else did he have? I know he had some sort of utility belt, I think. I'm not too sure. Just because I know he had like some sort of weapons like on him. So I'm going to draw those, I think. There we go. That works. And I'll give him I'll give him nunchucks as well. There we go. Those are nunchucks. All right, got it. Boom, amazing. I have a minute. I have a minute to do the coloring. Okay, okay. Speed round, speed round. I really hope I have time. Let's get some green. Make it a darkish green. All right. Just gotta do his body. Okay. And then I know his bandana's red. Along with these parts. Nope. Ah, crap. Are you kidding me? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 30 seconds. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Brownish. Nope. Brownish for the body. And then a dark brown for the back shell. Boom. Got it. Mostly. For some reason, I can't color on that part because it's open. But we're going to call it there, I guess. All right. All right. That's it. All right. How do you guys think I did on that one? That one, not too happy with that one, but let's see how the picture looks. Yeah, that part. That's what I was trying to replicate. I wasn't sure if he had that belt though. I didn't remember. And they do have feet. They have toes for some reason. Interesting. Interesting. Nice. All right. What do you guys think? Verdict? I kind of want criticism on that one. Also, this music is really good. I like it. Thanks for suggesting the Undertale OST. Or this is Deltarune. It's not even Undertale. It's Deltarune. Peak. I'll take it. I'll take it. Nice. Okay. All right then. Let's do the next one. Good for 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll take it. All right. Next suggestion. Which one was it? Murdoch Nichols from Gorillaz. What on earth is that? I have no idea who that is. Is that something I've seen before? I don't think so. Murdoch. I know Matt Murdoch. Oh, this guy? I have not seen you before, but it looks like something I could draw. Maybe. Okay. Alright, let's try and do it. I think this picture here looks actually no. Let me find a good reference image, like this one here. I think that's a decent reference image to use. Okay, let's study it. Actually, before I start though, I do want to have my colors ready so I don't have to switch to black. All right then. Okay, so it just looks like a zombie-ish character, or not even a zombie. It just looks like a guy with green skin and black hair. Really not too much going on. So I think for this one, I'm going to try and get some more facial details correct. He has a scrunched up nose, a pointy jawline, pointy ears. Yeah, seems pretty easy. Hello, Broken Newbie. Thank you for joining in. Glad to see you here today. We're about to start another suggestion here. Let's do it. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. I got this. And for those of you who join in late, the reason why I'm not looking at the reference is because this is a memory challenge. I have to try and draw this without looking at him while I'm drawing, just from memory alone. So that makes it hard. All right, let's do this. Okay. All right. So he had like a... Not like that. Alright, start with the circle for his head. Once again, I'm gonna try and do like an actual head this time. There we go. Okay. Alright, not bad. And I think he had like a mouth like this almost. There we go. He kind of had eyes like all like slouched eyes almost. Just like that. And actually no, I'm gonna draw his hair first. There we go. That's fair. Nice. Okay, pretty good. Not bad. Then he had a cigarette. Okay. Decent. Not decent at all. I'll give him an ear. There we go. Not bad. All right. How much time do I have? I have 3 minutes left. That is not at all enough time. So you know what that means? It's time to oversimplify his body to make it look really stupid. All right. So for some reason, I picture him being like a a hunched neck person. So I'm gonna draw him looking like that. There we go. Brilliant. Nice. I like it. I like it. And we'll add the shirt to him. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. I like it. And then we'll add this part. I think that's good, honestly. It will make his hair go down a little bit longer than that. Yeah. Nice. Oh, wait. Hold on. I know he had a scrunched up nose for some reason. So let's do that. Boom. Easy. I might buy the Art of Cuphead book. Yeah, you should. It's a really great book. I own it too. I don't own the DLC one. I just have the original Art of Cuphead book. It's a really great novelty item if you're a fan of Cuphead. Although I haven't read it in its entirety, I've just kind of like skimmed it. Just because there really is so much in the book. Honestly, it would take like weeks to read it all. Okay. Nice. Time check. I have a minute left. Let's see what I can do here. Time for color. I know it's just a green skin. And maybe a gray shirt. I think that's what he had. Yeah, that works. Whoops. Gray shirt, dark gray pants, and then green skin again. Not bad. Nice. Okay. I think that's it, folks. Yeah. And with still 30 seconds to spare. Not bad. I've been coming really close to the wire for a lot of these. Okay. Let's I'll put that down. All right. Moment of truth. Let's see what the original image looked like. Hey, not bad. I actually did get the... I forgot his... No, I didn't forget his ear, but I forgot it was supposed to be a pointy ear. Oh well. But yeah, I think I actually captured his vibe pretty well, but I think his skin is just way too dark. He looks more like the Hulk than anything else. The Hulk if he was skinny and scrawny and had a weird neck problem. Either way, I'll call that one a. That one was kind of garbage, honestly. I think I did horribly on that one, but oh well. This is a rapid fashion challenge, so we don't dwell on mistakes. We just keep moving. All right, next. Okay. Let's go. We have so that was Murdoch, I think. So Nico one shot. That's the next suggestion. Let's see who that is. I do not know who half these characters are that you guys are referencing, which is cool because that means I'm getting used to seeing new characters. Okay. Well, this is a cute character. I like it. What's this from? Is this from a game? I don't think I've seen you before, but it looks like an interesting character. Let's get a good reference image in. You suggested one shot the game in a Mario Galaxy stream. What, the one that I did a while ago? Oh, really? One shot. I mean, I do like the art style behind this character. It's really nice. The game made you cry? Really? Huh. Interesting. Well, okay, well, I'm not here to look at the game synopsis, just gotta draw the character. Okay. So, looks like we have a cat ear hat. Actually a lot of cat-like qualities here. We have like whiskers, giant line eyes. Okay. Okay, I see it. Interesting. Okay, I think I could do this. I actually, since I like the design, I actually want this to be good, but if I want something to be good, then it's probably not going to turn out that good. So maybe I shouldn't go in with any high expectations. But I think I can do this somewhat decently well. I just got to remember the face more than anything else. So the eyes, the nose, the whiskers, and the ears. Okay. All right, I got it. Wait, let's get the timer ready. And I got the brushes ready. All right. All right, 5 minutes on the clock starting. Wait, let me look at one last look at it. Okay, let's do this. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, so start with a circle for the head. So I know it had like a pointy chin, pointy cat-like facial structure. Let's go ahead and do that. The character claims they're not a cat. Despite the features, they also make cat noises. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the hat. I think the hat looks like this, right? Maybe not. Hold on. Just like that. There we go. That's a better hat. And then they had like cat ears, big cat ears on the hat. There we go. Well, actually, wait. I think the hat had a much bigger area to work on. There we go. I think that's more accurate. All right. So now let's go ahead and erase all this. Okay. Nice. All right. Give it a little bit of design like that. Pretty good. All right. I am wasting way too much time. I gotta hurry this up. Okay, so there's draw the hair. Whoops. Hair like that. And then the whiskers. The big eyes. I know it had big eyes. The character. I think the character is female, but I'm not too sure. And then there's the big... the big pupils. And then... there we go. Nice. Nice. Cat. Okay. What else? I have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's enough time to do most of the body. I think... I think the character was holding some sort of like, I don't know, a crystal ball or something. So I'm gonna draw them like that. And I think I remember some like tassels or something. Actually, I'm not gonna draw this. I'm just gonna do it like that. Okay. I remember there were like really long sleeves on them too. That's fair. Okay. Nice. Nice. I don't know if their hair was any longer than that, but I think that's pretty decently accurate. Okay, a minute left. I now have to do the coloring. Ah, crap. I do not remember the coloring at all. I think the character was purple, maybe? That's my guess. I don't know. And maybe their hair was darker purple. I really don't know. I think maybe their hat was yellow-ish. Let's go yellow-orange-ish. Okay. All right. 30 seconds. Oh god. Oh god. Yellow eyes. Nope. Then black for the pupils. Maybe not. Okay, I guess just one pupil is colored in. And let's go yellow again for the robe. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I think that's it. And then the 8 ball. 5 seconds. Okay, well, I guess that's all the time we have. Unfortunately, I was not able to color it because apparently this is not closed off. Oh, are you kidding me? That little area. Ugh. That's annoying. I wish it was more noticeable when you could do those things. Let's close that off. Did that work? Yeah, okay. There we go. Sorry, I cheated. I know. Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm going back in and coloring this. Because screw that. That was annoying. Okay. Alright. There it is. What do you guys think? I think I got... I think the coloring is super off on this one, but... let's see. Hold on. I'll check in a second. First, let me just... get a drink of water. Alright. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, it was the hair that was purple, not the face. Okay. Wow. I don't know why I thought that was yellow. What is wrong with me? Man, there's not a single ounce of yellow on the whole character, except for the eyes. Wow. Sometimes my brain just remembers weird things that are not true. Apparently. Because literally, I could have sworn that the outfit and the hat were both like yellow, but I guess not. And yeah, there was a scarf and much longer things. Not bad though. I would actually put this in the bad category. This is bad. This looks more like a cat than the actual character. Honestly. Like if I was trying to draw a cat, then yeah, I think I did a good job, but I don't think this character is actually supposed to be a cat. So they look just like a human with maybe some cat features. Oh well. If anything, it kind of looks like Cats from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but painted purple. Anyway, whatever. Oh well, that was a flop, but we'll put that one aside and brush it. Actually, I'll look into this game another time. Okay. All right. Next. What's after that? Nico one shot. Necromancer from Castle Crashers. Okay. Let's see. Mancer. Oops. Mancer. Crashers. Okay. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Just seems like a knight character, but a very simple one, so I think I can do it. I think so. Let's just get a good... Yeah, that's a good reference. Okay, so he has a really long head for some reason, and horns, and... His body might be a little hard to remember, so I might improvise on that one. I'm going to try and just get his head down. So he has like a very boxy head shape. Dark red eyes. Okay. Okay, I think I got this. And then these parts here. Okay. I feel like I should get the knight aesthetics down well, considering that I have a knight OC. So I probably should try and get it pretty good. Alright, let's do this. 5 minutes again, and... this drawing will get red hot. And begin. Okay. So, he had this very weird boxy head thing going on. There we go. Nice. And then the horns. Nope. No. No. Do not draw it like that. No. Come on. Good enough. Okay. Decent. Decent. Alright. And then he had kind of like a line down the middle of his face, right? And here, let's actually try and sturdy, clean up this shape here. So yeah, the horns on the side. I'm gonna kind of add some three-dimensionality to the horns a little bit. And then I know he had like very slim Spider-Man-like eyes. I think they were connected. I'm not too. Whoops. Okay. I'm glad we solved that. Maybe it should be tradition to try and like color it in advance, just so I can catch any gaps. That might be a better idea, honestly. Okay. Here we go. There's that. Got black again. And I know he had the, night breathing holes. Or at least that's what I assume these things are. I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you. And I know he had a kind of like, I don't know. He had somewhat of a hinge on his helmet here that doesn't really lead to anything, but it's something. Okay. And then go back to black. Not bad. Okay. And then he had red for his eyes. I remember that. I don't remember if his eyes were just whoops. I don't remember if his eyes were just dots or if they had lines to them. I think they were lines. Not bad. All right, time check. 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes left here. Okay, I think this one is going pretty well so far. Let's try not to jinx it though. All right, so I'm just gonna give him like a square body. And then these legs. Okay. All right. Then I'll give him the chest piece armor like that. All right, not bad, not bad. Then we'll add shoulder plates. And then I'll give him a sword too. In the minute that I have, I'll give him a sword. There we go. All right, let's quickly color this in before everybody run out of time. Oops. Okay. Eyedropper, just like that. Okay. And 50 seconds, I'm gonna do his sword a different color. Let's do it more light. And then the handle can be darker. Whoops. Handle can be dark, and then the sword part can be white. There we go. That works. Nice. All right, all done with 27 seconds to spare. I'm actually pretty confident in this one. Let's see how it looks. Hey, not bad. Okay, so his eyes were definitely way bigger. And surprisingly, I didn't make his forehead big enough. I thought his forehead was a little bit too big, but no, I guess it was supposed to go even lower than that. And oh, and the V shape is upside down. It's supposed to go up like this, but I went down. Oh well. But aside from that, I think I got the general basis pretty well. Even some of the designs here on his armor, I kind of just, accidentally matched. So that was pretty good. I think this one is up there. This one is up there with the others in terms of accuracy. I still think the Sans one is the best one I've done yet in this stream, but oh well. Okay. Next. Man, we are rolling through these. Here, let me get rid of this. It's annoying. Okay. What's the next one? Necromancer. That was Necromancer, I think. Minecraft. Yeah, you guys can recommend anything from any series as long as it's, something that's drawable. Can you draw, this isn't a real character, but can you draw a box head goober, silly style, in my own? Okay, I like that. A little bit of a freestyle submission. I respect it. Thank you, Entity, for the suggestion. Okay, so a box head goober. All right. I think it's only fair if I draw my own OC with a box head. Which you might think is cheating, since the purpose of this challenge is to try and draw characters without, memorizing what they look like. But to be honest, I don't even memorize. Like, I haven't even fully memorized what my own OCs look like. I still look at references of my own OCs when I draw. So, I might struggle with this, even though it's my own OC. Let's do it. All right. Well, I guess I could technically look on the stream and see my avatar, but I don't think that counts because that's honestly kind of outdated. Let's see. 5 minutes on the clock. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna try and draw. I guess I'll just draw my basic OC. That's fair. Box head. So a little bit of. Come on, don't do that. All right, so a little bit of an insight on my own OC. I've changed his hair a lot in a lot of my recent drawings, so it doesn't exactly look the same as you see him in the bottom right corner of the screen. because I've changed his hair a little bit. See, before I used to draw my OC with, 5 spikes of hair, I think. But I've changed it to 4 because I think it's more simplistic. Like I said, the one you see on screen now has 5, 5 spikes of hair. But I think 4 is a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then I add an extra small one, but that one doesn't count. Okay. And then let's do that. Make sure it's filled up. Nice. This song is pretty good. Okay, now let's give him the eyes. And I'll give him the pie eyes, like usual. That works. Okay. And then... Nice. And then we'll give him a box body. I think that's fair. And then stick appendages. That works. Maybe I'll give him shoes too. Why not? And gloves too. Screw it. What the heck? Be brave. Alright. So I got that. I actually kind of like it. Nice. So I'll put that down. Oops, not the gloves. Okay. Nice. Oh, I forgot the bow tie. How could I? How could I forget what my own character has? There we go. And then, boom. Nice. Alright, there you go. I know I still have time left, but I'll just call that one done. Alright, so there is, where was the suggestion? Alright, so there's the box head goober in my own style. There you go. Hope that's what you were expecting, because I'm moving on now. Okay. Alright, so where's the next real suggestion? Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. Okay. So, Bryson, I'm not going to do that only because I actually already had planned to draw Jax pretty soon for my Instagram. So, cuz I don't know if you caught one of my old streams, but I said I was going to draw Jax, Pomni, and Kane. So, I will be drawing them soon. Nonetheless, just not now. I kind of want to save it for then, so I'm gonna hold off on that submission. But thank you though. What's next? I think that's all of them. Nice. Okay. So I think now, first of all, I'm gonna get a drink of water because I'm thirsty as hell. Freddy Fazbear. All right, fair enough. We'll do Freddy Fazbear. Could you draw me? It'd be my first drawing of me by someone else. You know what? I might do that, but let me draw Freddy first. All right. High fingers can fly. Thank you for joining. I see you're cheesy. Nice. I'm cheesy too. Okay. All right, Freddy Fazbear. Crap. Why does that not work? It's getting quite late. Yeah. Well, I don't know what time it is for you guys, but for me, it's like 8 o'clock. So, yeah. I don't want to interfere with anyone's schedule, so don't feel pressure to stay if it's getting late for y'all. I know I've already been. Crap. Oh wait, what am I doing? I have to look it up first. Okay. So, Freddy Fazbear. Fazbear. No, not like that. Okay. Alright, Freddy Fazbear. Let's see if I can draw him from memory. Oh god, this is gonna be hard. Actually, I think it'd be more fun to draw the Freddy Fazbear plush from memory. So I'm gonna do that. Nice. Or. Alright. Alright, I can do that. It's just a regular bear plush, but with a top hat and bow tie. Nice, easy. Are you drawing on a keyboard and mouse? No, I'm not drawing with a mouse. I'm drawing using a tablet. Well, not a mobile tablet. I'm using one of those drawing tablets that you draw on with a stylus pen, and then it comes up on your screen. I don't know what they're called. If there's an official name for them, I just call them tablets. Anyway, let's do this. All right. So let's go with the top nose. I can do this one pretty fast, I feel like. Because there's not really all that much to it. I don't know why I'm drawing him at an angle. That's really weird. Screw it. Let's go with it. Yeah, I do not know why I'm drawing him at an angle. That's so weird. You draw with a keyboard mouse? That's crazy. I could never draw with my mouse. I mean, I'm using a keyboard, but I could not draw with just my mouse by itself. That is insane. The only time I use my mouse is if I'm clicking around, but other than that, no. Nice. I think that works. I feel like I'm forgetting an important detail. Besides his hat and ears. I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting. Let's see. Or maybe not. That might be it. Nice. Alright, folks. That's Freddy Fazbear. Let me, we'll color him. Just to give him some personality. As if he wasn't already loaded with personality. Here we go. He's so derpy. Yeah, I know. I like drawing derpy characters. It's kind of my thing. Why did the music cut off? Music, what happened to you? Okay, we're good. Don't leave me, music. I need you. Okay, time check. 2 minutes. All right, we got this. We got this. Okay, I'm gonna just use brown, I guess, for his fur. Do a little light brown. Okay. Whoops. Let's not do that. Gosh darn it. Why can I not fill that in? That is annoying. Once again, we have Adobe Animate being annoying. Alright. Okay, so now let's get a lighter color. Nice. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Freddy Fazbear. That apparently has the same color throughout his whole ear. Come on. And boom, there we go. Nice. Alright, there you go. Freddy Fazbear in the flesh. Or not in the flesh, in the stuffing, I guess. Alright. That was a nice one. I actually like that one. That was fun. Okay. Next one. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. I forgot to compare. What am I doing? I forgot the dots on his nose. Or on his face. Darn it. I'll add it anyway. Even though the time's up, I'll add it. There we go. I should have known that was an important detail to add. Okay. Yeah, pretty decent. Like I said, there wasn't much to that one. It's just a bear plushie with a top hat. All right. Let's see. What's next? Beepos Pop asks, could you draw me? We'll see. Let me, I'm guessing you mean draw your profile picture? I can try, but I don't want to accidentally pull it up. I'll do it. I'll do it off screen, just in case I pulled the wrong one. Okay. But this song is so good. I actually really love this song. That's super nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, all of this, all of these soundtracks are from Deltarune, which is very nice, apparently. Okay. Man, I am trying to pull up. For some reason, I can't pull it up. Ah, crap. Okay. Whoops, my bad. Sorry. Sorry, the screen went black. Hold on. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Alright, that works. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Alright, Beeple's Pop. I will draw your profile picture. Just for, you know, giggles. Let's do it. Okay. In 5 minutes, of course, because I gotta keep the challenge running. Here we go. Crap, if it'll work, that'd be nice. Okay, whoops. Crap, I just screwed that up again. Okay, we're good. Alright then, so I looked at it once, and I think it was a circled character like this, right? With eyes on either side. I think that's what it looked like. Right. Okay. There we go. And then a smile that I don't remember what it looked like, so I'm just gonna do one of these smiles again. Nice. And then I think there was like hair on top, maybe. And there we go. Sorry, man, that's the best I can do. Because I really not get a good look at it. So now I'm gonna see what it looked like. Hey, that's not bad, actually. Oh, I forgot there was a nose. Okay. Okay. Wait, so Beeple's Pop, are you okay if I show off your channel just so I can do the comparison? Because that's what I was gonna do, but just for privacy reasons, I didn't do that. Because I had to pull up your channel just to see what the profile picture looked like up close. Because for some reason I can't do that from the chat setting. All right, cool, thanks. All right, so this is what it looks like. Honestly, though, I'm surprised I even remembered all that. Well, I didn't remember the hair. I kind of made up. I knew there was something on top of the head, but I didn't know it was the hair, so I just kind of guessed that. Honestly, not bad. I'll take it. I'll take that one as a victory in my book. Okay. Okay. Let's move on from that. Okay. I see that you like Cuphead. Yes, I do like Cuphead. I imagine that... What, did you see that on my channel, or what? I do have some Cuphead art on my channel, but... Let's see what else we got. 9 p.m. here in Central Time Zone. Yeah, I know Central Time's like an hour ahead of me. I'm in Arizona time. It's a little bit more delayed. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do one last suggestion, and it'll be from Bryson again. I don't know if you're still watching, but Bryson, you said the devil from Cuphead. I think that would be a great way to end this, considering how much I like Cuphead. So let's do it. Nice. I'll have 5 minutes like usual. There we go. Don't start it. Okay. There we go. I'm making a Cuphead fan game. It's gonna be for free. Oh, cool. Like what kind of Cuphead fan game? Are you doing it like similar art style to Cuphead, or are you doing similar gameplay to Cuphead? Tell me more about it. I'd like to hear it. There we go. Arizona, very interesting. You don't have daylight saving time. Yeah, pretty much the rest of the United States. Yeah, it's so weird. We don't do daylight savings here in Arizona, but yet almost the rest of the world does. That's funny. Or the rest of the U.S. at least. Although I'm pretty sure there's an area in the U.S. that doesn't do daylight savings, but the area around it does, I think. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. It's really weird. Like, it's so weird that you can drive through that area and you can change time zones like twice. Literally. Anyway, so should I draw the devil from the show or the devil from the game? I think the devil from the game. Actually, I do like the devil's design in the show more, but just for simplicity, I'll go with the game design. That looks better. Okay. It's crazy how there's people living in the future, like it's tomorrow for some people. Yeah, honestly. It's pretty crazy how time zones work. Okay. Alright, you guys ready for the final drawing? This will be it, and then I will close her off. I've been streaming for actually a surprisingly large amount of time. I really got into this, honestly. I didn't expect to get into this one, but I kind of did. This has definitely been way more enjoyable than my first art stream, that's for sure. The first one was kind of a nightmare. Different art style, but same gameplay with more weapons and cutscenes. Nice. Well, if you want, you can drop the title of the game here and we can go check it out. Well, when it's done. I don't know if you have like a trailer or a Steam page out for it yet, but I'd love to know more about it. Because I've seen a lot of people do Cuphead, you know, inspired games. And some of them are doing like, you know, hand-drawn art style as well, which is crazy. Okay, let's do this. 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. All right. So, I know the devil has a round head, first of all. Come on. There we go. I can do it better than that. There we go. Not bad. Okay, and then he has these kind of ears. He has kind of like goblin ears almost. Nice. It's a little bit angled, so I'll rotate that. Okay. And I don't really know how they look like from there. I think it's... There we go. Nice. And then I'll close it off right there. Very good. I hope people don't hate because I'm using Adobe Animate to do the sprites and cutscenes. No, no hate at all, man. I mean, what do you think I'm using right now? It's Adobe Animate. Believe it or not, a lot of big studios use Adobe Animate, so it's not like a forbidden, you know, program or anything. Unless you think people are going to be disappointed because it's not like, hand-drawn art style. In that case, I still don't think so because, I think an art being done on a computer doesn't make it any less creative or skillful. It might make it more easier, but not any less worthy of recognition. That's what I think. Wait, does the devil have these lines on his horns? I don't think he does, but I'm gonna add it anyway, just because. I use my phone to draw, so I'm basically finger painting. You know what? I do too, actually. Well, not currently, but I still draw on my iPad sometimes. So, and I don't like using a stylus with an iPad. I prefer to just use my finger. So, you're not alone. Don't worry. All right. All right, devil. Wow, I don't actually remember what the devil's eyes look like. I'm just going to assume his eyes look like this. There we go. Just move that around. Okay. Nice. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Pretty decent. All right. We have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. You know what? Since there is little time left, I kind of want to focus on just the head here, so I don't think I'm going to draw the body. Let's see. Yeah, there might be a lot of areas that aren't fully closed off, so in fact, I can find that out now by trying to color it in. So let's see. The devil has dark gray fur, so okay, well, it looks like his mouth is already not closed off correctly. So let's fix that. There we go. Let's grab white. Okay, cool, cool. Then let's do this again. Is there any even darker color? Let's see. Darker. Nice. Okay, and then I know his nose was like reddish. So let's do that. Eyes were bright yellow. Well, not bright yellow. Kind of a very, very light yellow. Okay. And then his horns as well. Nice. 30 seconds left. Okay, what else can I do? I know what to do. I'll give him... Oops, not that. I will give him pie eyes. Nice. And then just, fill that in. Boom. It's a done. Oh, maybe a little drop on that as well, just for dramatic effect. Okay, 10 seconds left, and we'll call that done. Nice. Honestly, I don't think that's too bad. Let's see the... let's see the actual image here. Okay. So, actually, that's not really the better image here. I was kind of honestly going with the devil from the show. So let's look at this one here. And yeah, that's more accurate. Oh, I didn't realize his pupils were red. Interesting. Well, aside from that, I think that's pretty decently accurate for a blind drawing. And I think that'll be a good place to leave it. All right. Would you mind if I made a short of you drawing me? Is it like give popularity if I hashtag you or... Well, yeah, you're welcome to make a short out of this. I don't mind. I don't know if hashtagging really does anything, but I'm okay if you at me or use my name or anything. Yeah, that's fine. You can do whatever you want with that. This is all public, so you have permission to do all that. Nice, looks accurate. Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, nice. I don't know what's this music. Steven Universe. Why are you playing Steven Universe? I guess I did go through the whole playlist. Oh well. You know what? This is a nice ambience to close off on, so I'll leave it there. All right then. Well, with that, I'm gonna leave this stream here. So I appreciate all of you for tuning in. This was actually a really fun one. I did not expect to get this many recommendations, so I will probably do this again sometime. Not anytime soon, that's for sure. But I will do it sometime soon. So, uh, okay, I can't. That's annoying. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing this again at some point. But for now, I think we're gonna leave this stream here. So, appreciate all of you guys for being here, and hope to see some of y'all next week for next week's stream. And with that, hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time. All right. All right. Bye bye, everyone.